Hi, this is Hillary, and I wanted to talk to you about the importance of rhyme, rhythm, and repetition with emergent readers. Rhyming is super important because it builds phonemic awareness. It allows readers to recognize patterns within words, letter patterns within words, and sounds that are common. So, for example, cat, you know that it has the at sound in it, and it starts with the k sound. Well, they know that other words that rhyme also have the at sound. So they begin to develop that recognition of letter chunks within words that make certain sounds. So we have a great rhyming series called Usborne Phonics Readers, and these books are sold separately or they also come in combined volumes like Ted and Friends or Cow Takes a Bow. This Ted and Friends has 12 phonics readers within here, and it also comes with a CD, which is great for the car or also great for at home if you want your child to follow along with a narrator. I love doing rhyming activities within these books, and how I do that is as I am reading, I leave a word blank to see if my son can come up with the rhyming word. So I'll read, there we go. I'll go for a row with Stoat, thinks Goat. Stoat, come fishing in the, and I would leave that blank and see if they could come up with a rhyming word. Now, if you are working on beginning letter sounds, this camera is so backwards. You might want to say, what word would rhyme? You know, if they say boat, you want to say, well, let's take a look. It starts with the letter What word would rhyme that starts with the letter And you could use the picture clues to help you and come up with a word that makes sense that started with the beginning letter sound. So there's lots of different rhyming activities that you can do within these books. That's why I love them. The next thing is rhythm. Rhythm is great because it provides a cadence and it helps build fluency for your readers. So your readers know that reading shouldn't sound like a robot. There's a rhythm to your reading depending on what type of book you're reading. And this is Dan the Taxi Man, one of my favorite. It has the rhyme, rhythm, and repetition in it. And let me just read you a little page so you can kind of see what I'm saying about the rhythm. Here's Dan, beep, beep, the taxi man. Going to the show and picking up the band. Climb inside while you still can with Dan. Beep, beep, the taxi man. Which brings me on to my next, which is the repetition. Books with repetition build confidence and allow your child to recognize repetitive text within a book and join in. So when we read this book together, my son likes to say beep beep, and he can even as it goes on start to say, you know, because it builds. They pick up new people each time, and each person has a new musical instrument. So he picks up on that, and his memory skills are working, and he's looking at the text and he's starting to recognize familiar words, and he's able to participate and read this book along with me, which is great. We have lots of books with rhyme, rhythm, and repetition. Another one is I'm a Hungry Dinosaur. And this book is a rhyming book, and it also has a chorus, and it's so fun to read. And if you look at the illustrations, you'll see that it's actually done with like real cake. So when they illustrated this book, they actually used cake batter and cake mix to make the pictures, which is super cool. I'm a Hungry Dinosaur. We have Too Many Tomatoes is another great rhyming book. It's about a boy with his grandparents, and they just have so many tomatoes, and it's got a great lesson where he learns to share the tomatoes, and he uses his abundance of tomatoes to help others. So really cute rhyming book, Too Many Tomatoes. And then we also have the Illustrated Alphabet, which is great. This book is great for teaching also beginning letter sounds. You can read this along and work on beginning letter sounds because each of these pages for each letter has a little nursery rhyme that goes along with it. So super cute. It's a beautiful gift for a baby shower. Comes with a slipcase. So it's another book that I love has the rhyme, rhythm, and repetition. And Muddle and Match is another fun one. This would be fun to teach beginning letter sounds as well. It has the rhythm in this book and the rhyming. And what's fun about it is it's very tactile. Kids can make up their own little jungle animals. And if you match it all up and you get one of the jungle animals, you can read the little alliteration on it, and it's Marvin the monkey moves towards the mark on the map to meet the mysterious magical meerkat. So if you were teaching beginning letter sounds, you could use this book because every word on this page begins with the letter M. So that would be fun. Fun way to teach beginning letter sounds. And then my other favorite series, I have to actually get it because I left it over here, is That's Not My. And this book is great. It has lots of repetition. The chorus is always, that's not my tractor. We have lots of different That's Not My books. So if you like princesses, dollies, trucks, dinosaurs, we have a That's Not My for each one of those. But it's a great vocabulary builder as well because it's tactile, and you can work on beginning letter sounds with this book really easily too because of the tactile component. So what I like to do is I read it, that's not my tractor. Its trailer is too rough. And you know what? I would also, super important, the 1-to-1 ratio as you're reading is to point so that your children begin to know that each word is a separate entity. Its trailer is too rough. So I would touch it, we would touch it and feel it, and then I would say, what would make sense? What word would you use to describe this? Let's look at the beginning letter sound. R. Okay, so it starts with a R. Well, let's feel this again. What would make sense that starts with a letter R? So we would say rough. Okay, we could also, some other words to see if it would work. But this is That's Not My series, another great series that has repetition in it. So those are my favorite books for rhyme, rhythm, and repetition, which is super important for emergent readers. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. I'd love to help you out. Thank you.